Welcome and good afternoon. This is Commish Orr, and today I'm going to take a look at a recent retirement announcement by Clayton Kershaw and how that's going to impact a payoff pitch league that I have going on right now. So, if you haven't already heard, which you probably have, Clayton Kershaw announced that he will be retiring after the current season. And so, I have a payoff pitch league, my payoff pitch pops league that's in season 2 right now, made up of teams of Hall of Famers and teams of great players not in the Hall of Fame. And I have 3 American and 3 National League teams of Hall of Famers and an American and National League team of non-Hall of Famers or players that are not in the Hall. And so the only qualification is to be on that non-Hall of Fame team is that you cannot be an active player, and you can't be in the Hall of Fame. So, once Clayton Kershaw retires officially, he will no longer be an active player and then will be eligible to join this league. And it's the Chicago team, actually, that we'd be looking at, the Chicago team right here, that is the non-Hall of Fame National League team. Clayton Kershaw played his entire career with the Dodgers from 2008 all the way up till today, 2025. So, he will be in the National League. And he has he has a great career. You've no doubt seen all of the accolades bestowed on him for his career, some of his career totals. He's only lost 96 games, so less than 100 games lost out of all the games he started. So he started 450 games and lost less than 100 of them. 96 losses. And he is one of the top players in history, top pitchers in history. In fact, I often look at the JAWS rating, which takes wins above replacement, the career wins above replacement, and combines that with the peak 7-year wins above replacement. And if we go based on that, he is number 27 in terms of greatest pitchers of all time in that statistic. I will say that almost all of them are in the Hall of Fame, with a couple of exceptions. We have, of course, Roger Clemens, who has been kept out for various reasons. And then we have an old-timer, Jim McCormick, here from the 1800s, I believe. He's not in the Hall of Fame, but everybody else in the Hall of Fame that is not active other than those two. Justin Verlander, of course, would be the other one right above Kershaw in this category. So Kershaw will definitely be joining my league. In fact, let's take a look at this league, and I'll just kind of tell you how my thought process is and who he's going to replace when he joins the league. So if we go over here, I recently did this because of the Legends and Bust sets that have come out. This is all the players kind of scaled based on that JAWS rating by position. And we have to come over here to the starting pitcher column. And I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit probably in order to get this to something you can see a little bit better. And there we go. Let's go over to the starting pitchers. So here's the columns of starting pitchers over here. And they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're not based on columns, but they're like Walter Johnson's number 1, Cy Young number 2, Roger Clemens number 3, and so on. This is the column of relievers, so we're not going to look at that. But as you can see, just in terms of the starting position players here, there are only a handful that are not in my league already. Roger Clemens is on the American League non-Hall of Fame team. Jim McCormick's a guy from the 1800s, so he didn't join the league actually. A couple of these guys are from the 1800s and are not in the league. But if we go down to these gray players, we see Kershaw and Verlander are neck and neck. They're neck and neck. And actually, currently, Verlander is a little bit ahead of Kershaw. A little bit ahead of Kershaw in terms of that rating. but they're just behind Pud Galvin here. And so, let's see here. There's Pud Galvin. Then we have Kershaw and Verlander. So Verlander is definitely going to be in. And he's going to be on the National League non-Hall of Fame team, which is this light red, this pink, almost pink color, are the players that are on that team. Now, William Bell is a Negro League guy, so he's not going to be leaving the team at all. He's going to be remaining on the team. I'm not moving him. The next lowest rated would be Jerry Koosman. And so if we come back here and look at that, Koosman's right on top. He's shut out. He just pitched a shutout. And I'm going to go and look at the stats here. And I'm probably going to have to pull this down so you can see it. Let me just do that. Let me do that. Let me open this in its own tab so that I can show you in the screen and see, you can see what the stats are that I'm looking at. And I'm going to blow this up for you. Okay, let's take a look at the Chicago team. First of all, the Chicago Docs are the non-Hall of Fame team. They're in last place in the National League. They are in last place in the National League, I believe. No, St. Louis is a little bit worse. Yeah, St. Louis is a little bit worse. Chicago's still pretty bad, 16-18. So a couple games below 500. So not at the bottom, but they're pretty low. They do have the worst ERA, 4.53 ERA, team ERA. So this is going to definitely boost them up by having better pitching. And so if we take a look at that team, we go down to pitching, and we go down, it's sorted by, I think, by ERA. And we go to the bottom, and we see that the worst pitcher on the team, by ERA at least, is Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels, who actually also recently joined the team. An ERA of 9.56. Horrible. And that's in 4 or 5 starts, 32 innings. So Cole Hamels. We'll note that Koosman's way up here. He's 5-2 with a 2.51 ERA. This is the best ERA on the team of starting pitchers. So Koosman's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to skip Koosman. Gooden is the namesake of the team, the Chicago Docs. He's staying on the team. So then next up would be Orel Hershiser. Orel Hershiser. And much like Koosman, Orel Hershiser is 3-0 and has a 2.81 ERA. So he's doing pretty well too. So he's probably not going to get bumped. And next up would be Cole Hamels. So it looks like what's going to happen is Kershaw is going to join the team, and Cole Hamels, who has been doing horribly in the league, is going to get bumped out. The other thing is Koosman and Gooden and Hershiser have all been on the team for a while, for 2 seasons. Not that I wouldn't bump them if they were doing horribly, but they're not. So Cole Hamels will be the one that gets bumped off the team. He's number 84, by the way, in terms of JAWS rating. And he'll get bumped off the team. And Kershaw, who is right here, is going to join the team once he has a chance. So the other thing to note is he's not currently retired. He's not retiring until the end of the season. So this isn't going to be something that takes place right this instant. But it's going to be something that takes place when the season, when the current Major League Baseball season is over. Okay, so let's take a look at Kershaw again and see where he's going to come in. Let's see where he's going to come in. Let's blow this up a little bit too. There, it's a little bit better. So here is his career. And if we use his, I'm sure he has a Legends and Bust card, most likely. His Legends and Busts card is going to be based on his league average. So his league average ERA is 2.54. Not too bad. But he has a season that's better than that. Look at these wins above replacement seasons. He has 2013, 8.1. That's his highest wins above replacement. And he got the Cy Young and was number 7 in MVP voting. But look at 2014, though. He was 16-9 that year, by the way. 2014, I would argue, is maybe even a little bit better. Even though the wins above replacement is lower, he was 21-3 with a 1.77 ERA in 2014. He got the Cy Young and the MVP that year. He pitched some fewer innings. But I would say that that's got to be the season. Walks and hits, his whip is 857, which is the best of his career. His strikeouts per 9 innings is almost the best of his career. So that's got to be the one, 2014. And that actually works pretty well because I don't believe Payoff Pitch has a 2013 season anyway. They have 2012 and they have 2014. So we would have been left out anyway. Let's take a look at his 2014 season card. Kershaw. There's his season card. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, yeah, look at that card. So Clayton Kershaw in 2014 allowed so few homers that he does not have a wheelhouse on his card at all. He has a ballpark, which is in a kind of a prime spot, number 4. Normally ballparks are in either 2 or 3, but there's a 4. But he does not have a wheelhouse, which is big. He has a lot of toughs. Of course, number 7, he has an in play, which is fine. But again, 21-3, 177 ERA. He's 6.3 hits per 9 innings, 0.4 home runs per 9 innings. He only allowed 9 homers that year. 1.4 walks, 10.9 strikeouts. So this is going to be the card that he is going to come into the league with. And I believe the Cole Hamels was a 2014 Cole Hamels card. I believe. Let's take a look. Chicago. Hamels. It is 2014. So here's the Cole Hamels card that he'll be replacing. Not as good. There's a wheelhouse. There's the ballpark. Patience in more prime spots. Less toughs. Hamels is a lefty, which is a little different. But that will be the spot he'll be taking once the current Major League Baseball season is over. So pretty exciting. If we look at Chicago as a whole, here, we see, I'm not sure why that logo is showing up like that. But anyway, Dwight Gooden, William Bell, Rick Russell, Jerry Kuzman, Orel Hershiser, Kurt Schilling. Schilling has done horribly in this league, probably because he allows a lot of home runs. Kent Colby, Kevin Brown, Tug McGraw. Okay, so Cole Hamels, this is the spot he'll be taking. And Kershaw, of course, also a lefty. So that won't change. So a lefty replacing a lefty, and that's going to be the spot he takes. And again, Chicago has the worst ERA in the National League. And this might be a chance, or this might bump them up a little bit. Might improve them a little bit. Of course, again, this isn't going to happen immediately. It's going to happen when the Major League Baseball season ends. And as you can see here, we're past the All-Star break. So he's only going to be in the season for, he'll probably join maybe somewhere in here. So the last 17, 18 days of the season, kind of in Chicago's stretch run. So I mean, they're currently back, but could be the energy that they need and could help them down the stretch. So that's kind of the way I look at things when players retire. I kind of take a look and see how if they would slot in and for who. If we go back to that chart, we can see that there are a couple other current pitchers that have not retired yet that could come in. Verlander, of course, Scherzer. Those are the couple big ones that are left in the top 100 or whatever. Zach Greinke. Greinke hasn't pitched, but he also has not retired officially, so he's still there. But yeah, that's kind of what my thought process is. Kind of exciting to take a look and see somebody of that caliber retiring after a great career. And very unique that it was all with one team. Very unique that it is all with one team also. So there you have it. Love to hear your comments down below if what you think about Kershaw just in general. But yeah, check out my league. It's over on baseballmaelstrom.com if you want to follow the action. I have this project going on, the Payoff Pitch project, and I have just getting ready to start my season ticket baseball best of the 1960s tournament. So I'll be checking that out. That'll start here in the next few weeks as well. All that said, we'll wrap things up here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a great evening.